It's never going to be perfect, but I thought it was gutsy. I thought it was a gutsy win on a night that the momentum swings were unbelievable. And you know what? There's a lot of character in that room, and they stuck with it. They'd score and we'd score, and it felt like a game from the 80s, the old Edmonton Oilers, last shot wins. But it was warrior mindset in that locker room. A lot of guys have been asked to play, get more ice time. We have a short bench, and as a team, I couldn't be more proud of guys coming through for us.
I wanted to ask you about the depth a little bit. You were without 5 guys tonight, and still gutted out a victory against a reasonably decent club.
Oh.
And 3 out of 4 for the weekend too.
Yeah, their forwards, they're as deep as anyone in Atlantic hockey up front. They have a ton of horses, and for us to get 3 out of 4, it's huge for us. I think the beat goes on, and we just keep getting points. Obviously, when hopefully the rest of the league is maybe splitting. But boy, they have the best power play in the country, one of them. And our goal coming into tonight was to stay out of the box. And you look at the sheet, slashing, hooking, tripping, those kill you. Not against the good R.I.T. team with that power play. So, obviously there's a lot that we can work on, but certainly thrilled with just the character and the overall work ethic of this club.
When you look at, when we talk about depth, you listen to, your leading scorer, you talk about other guys stepping up. Chartrain has a big, defenseman scores 2 goals for you. Can you talk offense from the offensive standpoint about getting goals from different areas?
Yeah, first, yeah, you're right. CJ's the star of the game. Those 2 goals, just the time of them, and then his power play shot down the wing. That was an NHL blast. That was, and the time of it was huge for us. We were running around a little disorganized on the power play. So, for CJ to pop up, he's been a little snake bitten. He's one of our go-to guys offensively for a defenseman, and it's been snake bit. So good time for him to break out. But look at our the Lochner, Kalenda, Rashid line again. What they're doing for us, and increased minutes, power play time. It's a huge story.
Good test for your club tonight too. Obviously, we talked about the depth, but the way the game went too. We jumped out early 3-0, and then they came back. All of a sudden, it's 3-2. And you guys had to kind of get re-energized and stuff. I think it's a good test, especially for the younger guys on the team to be in a topsy-turvy game like this.
Really, a lot. What do you tell your guys that we're not playing that great and we're up 3-0? Like, they were dominating the shot chart, and we're up 3-0. Like, so what do you go tell your team? Like, hey, pick it up. We're up 3-0. So, but as the game wore on, we settled in, and I thought our D did a good job in transitioning for us. So, we settled down.
Obviously Carson let in a couple of goals tonight, but came up with huge saves when you needed them, and even helped change the momentum on a couple of them.
Yeah, there's a couple of fluky ones that were, but that's a game that you want your upperclassmen to battle through. It wasn't a perfect night for him. I'm sure he would admit that. But the bottom line is, it's another W for that kid. It's a great story. He battled through, which it's very hard on a goalie when maybe you're not seeing it or not feeling it. And the bottom line is he got the W.
You mentioned that guys are getting more ice time, being asked to do more. Does it help though, because now they're seeing not just wins, but they're also the production spread out, so they kind of know that their time might be an opportunity or time for them.
Yes, and I Jeff Hannon's been playing a ton, but using him on face-offs and penalty kill, and I don't want to shorten the bench because I don't think it's as the year goes on and you keep playing doubles. I hope I'm not tiring the guys out, but it is what it is. We get some guys back and get healthy at the right time. I think we got a pretty good squad here.
What does that look like? When do you think you'll get some of your guys back?
I don't know. A couple of guys are day to day, and so yeah, it's been a tough load. Yes. Yep.
Giancarlo's definitely 2 weeks at least, you said, right?
Yeah, he's going to be a while. Yep.
Maybe longer, you think?
I'm not sure, Thomas. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of sit in my office, wait for updates, so kind of stay out of that.
Those nights that you guys just kind of had to find a way to win and kind of gut it out even after jumping out to that big lead?
Yeah, I'd say so. They came out pretty quick, and then we popped 3 in in the first, and then they took it to us, but we responded well in the second and third.
CJ, I wanted to ask you, good feeling tonight. You scored 2 in a big game when obviously, shorthanded, a lot of guys out, and scored 2 in a pretty good win for you guys.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. It's nice to get the first 2 out of the way. Been kind of snake bit lately, but yeah, I mean it's just great to get the win tonight and get back at it next week. So.
I mean, obviously, you contributing offensively is something that they look for you to do. Is there more pressure at all? Because I know Giancarlo's out and you've got some injuries. Do you feel, or is there any talk about getting more offense from different people? Or
Yeah, well, I mean, like you saw tonight, different guys stepped up. Like Rashid had a great weekend this weekend. He had a goal tonight. He had a couple goals last night. So, I mean, obviously, with G out of the lineup, we're going to need some offense, and I think we're getting it right now from different guys. So it's been good.
And can you just talk about the depth this team has, especially on offense, that you guys have right now?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a bunch of injuries right now, but I mean, when those guys are in the lineup, we got 4 solid lines, and even right now, we got a couple guys that have really stepped up. I mean, on the back end and on the front end, we've got 3 deep lines and a 4th line that can really step in and take a couple shifts for us, which is good.
Brian, why do you think you're scoring now? Why do you think you're a little bit hot?
I think I just found my streak. I mean, I've been shooting the puck a lot more, driving the net harder, and just been going in for me. I've had a lot of shots this season, just unfortunately weren't going in at the beginning, and now it is.
Do you like playing with Chris and Dan?
Yeah, I like it a lot. Dan's a big guy. He takes up a lot of ice, and Chris always finds me streaking down the wing or something, so it's been good.
A little bit of a frustrating night as far as special teams go, and especially against their power play.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have a great power play, like you saw, and we were kind of talking about it in between periods, so we can't be taking all those penalties, but the guys got it done there at the end of the night, and it was just nice to kill that last penalty kill. So.
What did the coach say to you guys at the end of the game? Did he say?
Well, I mean, really, when you got that many injuries, you got guys that are coming in the lineup that generally aren't. So when those guys come in and step up, when we take a big win against our big rivalry like R.I.T, it's always nice to take 3 out of 4 points, and he was pretty happy with that.
How are you guys able to stay calm? You're on such a roll, but then it's, one bad play, and you don't want this season to go down the tubes. How are you guys keeping calm out there and making plays?
I think it's just part of our mentality this season. Every game's huge in this league, and I mean, right now we're rolling, and we want to obviously keep it going to clinch the regular season title. So we just got to keep working hard and sacrificing. So
I would say all of our upperclassmen have stepped up too. There's not one guy that hasn't carried his load.
Yeah, it looked like your defense played a really, you got 4 defensive core. A good game. I mean, Matty Ryan dropped that guy in the second period. That got you guys a jump.
yeah.
How's the defense doing as a whole season?
I mean, we're just keeping it simple, I think. Especially when we have a lead going into the third period, we just want to get the puck out of our zone and, kind of push the pace and keep it in their end so that we don't have to keep defending. So.
Do you guys, just one last question, having a couple weeks ago, having the loss, so not being undefeated, does that take any pressure off, or would you guys rather just have the win and keep the wins going?
I think it's kind of nice to, I mean, you're kind of putting us in a pickle here, but to lose a game actually gives us more confidence. It keeps us on our heels. So, I mean, when you're on a streak like that, you come to the rink and everything's loose, but then you lose one game and now everybody's back on their toes and more focused. So, I mean, we've been able to bounce back well from that, and our older guys have really stepped up, and young guys too.